We lost one of our own around here, one of our fellow employees. He was a radio DJ for our sister station, Club 937. But Jeff Wilson, Jeff with 2 Fs, passed away yesterday after a long battle with cancer. We've talked about Jeff before.
We've had Jeff on the show before.
We've had Jeff on the show because he was the world's biggest wrestling fan.
And then Hulk Hogan came out as a racist.
Yeah.
So we had Jeff, who was black, on the air to talk about how sad he was.
How sad he was.
That Hulk Hogan doesn't like him.
Remember what he say? Now I know what he really meant all those years when he was saying, brother.
Jeff.
Look.
Jeff was so effortlessly funny, and a lot of people in radio have to try to be funny.
They really, and they're bad at it.
They're bad at it. Everything that came out of Jeff's mouth was funny. Like, I would sit around and cruise Facebook and Twitter and start laughing, and Pat would go, what? And all I'd have to say is, Jeff! And he knew that Jeff had, of course, posted something hilarious.
So the one, upside, if there's an upside to a fantastic human being having to battle cancer for, a year,
Just
year
one
and a half.
Best people I've ever known.
The only upside of it was that Jeff was really strapped down and he had nothing to do, which meant he had lots and lots of time to take to social media. And if there's one thing we could do for everyone and for Jeff is to allow AJ to read some of Jeff's greatest social media.
It was so
hits.
Hard. I just went back to every single one that I had a laugh face at.
So while he was lying around fighting cancer, he just cranked out gems like these all day long. Go ahead.
From Jeff's Facebook.
Yeah.
The best thing ever is a portable urinal. Why didn't I ask for one for my birthday?
See?
Don't forget, folks, it's the Super Bowl, not Super Bowel.
That's so true.
He said, I still want this vacant lot across from my house. The land bank told me to acquire it about 6 months later, which was 6 months ago. The lady across from me cuts it. If I did buy it, should I continue to let her cut the grass without letting her know that it's mine?
What happens to all the land? He was like the Donald Trump of the North
He was
End.
buying a bunch of vacant lots because they were so cheap.
I know.
2 Whoppers for $6. Somebody's daughter is getting taken out.
That's right.
I'm starting an older dating ministry at my church called Singles with Shingles. At 11 o'clock, I'm having a hip rolling contest at my house. P.S. So far, I am unbeatable.
There you go.
If I went to the movies today, how do I sneak in hot chocolate? Would it be obvious if I asked to use their microwave?
That's right. What's your spaghetti policy?
You know it's going to be a good day once you take that morning poop. That's from his Twitter.
Oh, thank you.
Which was less used, but equally as funny.
Yeah.
I went to church today and found strawberry milk in the refrigerator. God is good.
Well, that is true.
Another church tweet, going to my church to pass out food or to talk to the old people and act like I'm passing out food.
So you just hang out by him?
When it comes to dating, I've been picky. In 2018, I'm changing that. I no longer care if a woman knows how to read or not.
Yeah, that's right. You had to lower those standards the last few months. You know.
Dang, Jeff.
Why,
Jeff?
Only the good die young, and this guy was salt of the earth, man.
He was a teacher. He, along with being a radio jockey, he was a teacher. Yep. He worked at a home for cognitively impaired adults.
The guy would just randomly take out kids that need, he would all the time. He would say, hey, wrestling's coming to Saginaw. I'm going to take a bunch of neighborhood kids up there to go to wrestling. This is the guy who dies. That's terrible.
I love Jeff to pieces, and I am not ashamed to say that I'm going to miss his social media the most because it was my daily laugh. And I'm going to miss him on the radio because he was so dang funny on the air.
My first hashtag Pure Flint Night Out involved myself and Jeff in the parking lot of a gentleman's club at 3 o'clock in the morning on Dordt Highway.
As it should. I'm so glad you had that experience with him.
Brother, I am so glad that you came along. And I am so glad that you got a chance to grace me with your presence. And I'm glad that the pain is over.
Agreed.
And I'm glad that since you're beyond single with no wife or kids, that your medical bills will now go unpaid. No one's paying for your chemo.
Nope, those just disappear.
God bless.